Your dog growled at you, and your first instinct was fear or anger. But that growl wasn't a threat. It was a conversation. And if you punish it, you might be making one of the most dangerous mistakes a dog owner can make. Dogs have been communicating with humans for over 15,000 years. And in all that time, the growl has been one of the most misread signals in the entire relationship. Here's what most people believe. A growl means your dog is dangerous. It means something is wrong with them. It means aggression is coming. So they correct it. They scold. They punish. They say no sharply and expect silence. But researchers at the University of Lincoln found something that changes everything. Dogs produce distinct growl types, and each one carries a completely different meaning. A growl during play sounds different from a warning growl. A fear growl sounds different from a resource-guarding growl. These aren't random noise. They are language. Think about that for a moment. Your dog doesn't have words. They can't tap you on the shoulder and say, "I'm uncomfortable," or "I'm scared," or "I'm in pain." The growl is often the only voice they have left before something worse happens. When dogs learn that growling gets punished, they don't stop feeling uncomfortable. They stop warning you. And that is when bites come out of nowhere because the warning system was taken away. A dog behaviorist named Gene Donaldson put it plainly. Suppressing the growl is like removing the battery from a smoke detector because you don't like the sound. The fire is still coming. So the next time your dog growls, pause before you react. Your dog is not being defiant. They are being honest. They are trusting you with information most animals would never share. The question is, are you listening? Learning to read the growl starts with understanding why it happens, and there are several distinct reasons, each one telling you something different about what your dog needs right now. Most people picture a big dog, teeth bared, ready to attack. That image dominates how we think about growling. But the most common growl you will ever hear from a family dog has nothing to do with dominance or aggression. Comes from fear. Research published in Applied Animal Behavior Science confirmed that fear is one of the leading triggers for growling in domestic dogs, especially in situations where the dog feels trapped or unable to escape. A vet visit, a crowded room, a stranger reaching over their head, a child moving too fast, too close. Here's what that looks like in real life. You're at the park. A child runs up and tries to hug your dog from behind. Your dog stiffens, ears back, and growls softly. The parent looks horrified. But your dog just did exactly the right thing. They warned. They communicated. They gave everyone in that moment a chance to back away safely. Discomfort growls work the same way. A dog being handled roughly during grooming. A dog whose sore hip is being touched without warning. A dog who is exhausted and being pestered by another pet. These are not aggressive dogs. These are dogs in pain or distress who are using the only communication tool available to them. Here's a practical experiment you can try. The next time your dog growls, freeze, don't react yet. Look at their body. Are they leaning away? Are their ears pinned back? Is their tail low or tucked? If yes, that is a fear or discomfort growl. Your job isn't to correct it. Your job is to remove what's causing the discomfort. Move the child back. Stop the handling. Give your dog space. When you respond to a fear growl with punishment, you confirm exactly what your dog feared, that they are not safe with you. But when you respond with calm removal of the stressor, something remarkable happens. Your dog learns that communication works, that you are paying attention, and that they don't need to escalate. Fear growling, understood correctly, is actually a sign of a dog who still trusts you enough to warn you instead of act. Not every growl carries a warning. Some of them carry joy. Play growling is one of the most misunderstood sounds dogs make. During a tug-of-war game or roughhousing with another dog, your dog might erupt into a low rumbling, almost theatrical growl. Eyes bright, body loose, tail wagging, and owners panic, thinking they've accidentally triggered something dangerous. They haven't. Play growls are social. They are part of the performance of play itself. Studies using acoustic analysis found that play growls have a distinctly different frequency pattern from warning growls, broader, more variable, almost musical. Other dogs recognize this instantly, and with a little practice, so can you. The key is always the body. A play growl comes with a relaxed face, bouncy movement, a play bow. A warning growl comes with a stiff body, direct stare, weight shifted forward. Same sound on the surface, completely different message underneath. Pain growls are the ones that break your heart, and the ones most often missed entirely. A dog who growls when you touch a specific spot on their body, who has no history of resource guarding or fear in that context, is telling you something is wrong there. Arthritis, an injury, an internal issue they cannot show you any other way. Researchers have documented cases where dogs labeled as suddenly aggressive were later found to have undiagnosed pain conditions, spinal issues, ear infections, dental disease. The growl was the only diagnostic tool the dog had. If your dog growls when touched in a specific location, more than once, don't punish it. Note where, note when, and take that information to your vet. There is also the resource growl: food, toys, a favorite spot on the couch. This one deserves its own attention. Resource guarding is normal, instinctive behavior rooted in survival. Wolves guard food because survival depends on it. Your dog carries that same ancient wiring. A low growl over a food bowl isn't a power struggle. It's evolution speaking. The answer isn't punishment. Research consistently shows that punishing resource guarding increases aggression over time. The answer is building trust around those objects, trading, rewarding calm behavior, approaching without threatening. Every type of growl your dog makes is a window into what they're experiencing: fear, joy, pain, instinct. Once you know which window you're looking through, you can actually help. So if you shouldn't punish a growl, what do you do? The first thing is deceptively simple. Don't remove the warning. Thank it. Not out loud necessarily, but in your mind shift the frame entirely. Your dog just gave you a gift: information. Real-time data about their emotional state. That is not a behavior problem. That is communication working exactly as it should. Step 1. Read the body first. Before you respond to any growl, scan for the signals we've talked about: body posture, ear position, tail, eye contact, weight distribution. Within a few seconds, you'll have a strong read on what category of growl this is. Step 2. Remove the trigger when you can. If the growl is about fear or discomfort, the fastest solution is creating distance. Remove the child. Stop the handling. Give your dog a way out. You're not rewarding the growl, you're addressing the cause. Step 3. Never force confrontation. If your dog growled over a toy and you respond by grabbing it forcefully to establish dominance, you are teaching your dog that their warning doesn't work. The next time they skip the warning. Step 4. If resource guarding is a regular pattern, work with a certified behavior consultant, not to suppress the growl, but to change the emotional association with the trigger. Trade games, high-value rewards, counter-conditioning. These approaches have decades of evidence behind them. And step 5, possibly the most important, build a relationship where your dog doesn't feel they need to growl as often. Dogs who feel consistently safe, heard, and understood show far fewer stress-related communication signals overall. The growl becomes rarer not because it was punished, but because the situation that caused it was solved. Here is the thing about dogs that research keeps confirming. They are not trying to dominate you. They are trying to connect with you. Every signal they send, including the uncomfortable ones, is an attempt at communication with the species they have chosen to live beside for thousands of years. The growl is not a problem to be silenced. It is a question to be answered. And when you learn to answer it correctly, something changes between you and your dog. The trust deepens. The anxiety lowers. The bond becomes something neither of you has to think about anymore. It's just there, steady, real. Your dog has been talking this whole time. Now you know how to listen. If this changed how you see your dog's growl, share it with someone whose dog has ever been misunderstood. Subscribe to Canine Mind for more real science about the dog you love. And tell us in the comments, what does your dog's growl sound like? We read every one.